Hey guys, hope you're having a fabulous week. Jay here again, just looking at a few or a couple Steve Caballeros. These are his streets. So these reissues are a reissue of his board that came out in 1987. He was doing a lot of street at the time, and Powell figured, hey, we better throw out a street deck for Steve as well. And so anyways, it's kind of a unique one. A lot of people will refer to this as the Bats and Bones. And I think I've showed you guys this before, but let me just show you here. Obviously, we see the bats all over the place. Steve loved Batman, comics, that sort of thing. And it's so funny because I've looked at this graphic for years and I never noticed the bone silhouette in between the bats. And so you have the bat here and here. In between here, you have the shape of a bone. And I mean, again, I've looked at this for however many years, probably 30 years. And didn't realize that until a few years ago that there was actually bones in this graphic, which is pretty awesome. And so the reason why I'm showing you these decks is this is the most recent release. I mean, people refer to it as a 2020 release. The copyright down here says reissued in 2019. And then this one is the 2018. I don't know if you can see that down there, but this one says 2018. And so this one would have been late 2019. So to be honest, we're just really starting to see these come in 2020. A lot of people, I mean, these decks are hard to get your hands on actually. They're still just starting to come out into some stores now. If you're lucky, you might be able to find one. But yeah, it's been a hard slug this year. This past year and a half with COVID, right, that we've been dealing with, and just for the manufacturers and stuff to actually get stuff out. So I'm hoping they're getting over that hurdle because I'm really stoked. I've got that pre-release Per Wellender coming out that I purchased, as well as the Nicky Guerrero, and I'm still debating getting the Steve Sayas if they ever drop. But those are supposed to drop this month, and I'm hoping that I'm going to see them soon. Anyways, these boards are identical. I mean, I could stack them on top of each other. The same shape. The only difference between them, well, I shouldn't say the only difference because it affects a few things. But this one has the old school hole pattern. This one has the new school hole pattern. And so the difference in size, and so I'll show you here. Let me pull up my trusty Vision riser. So you can see there, that's the old school. And let me just grab my other Bats and Bones here. All right, and so yeah, this one is clearly the new school hole pattern. And again, both of these boards are heat transfer, and so if I tried to show you this way, it can be a little bit difficult to identify because that heat transfer goes right over the board and covers the holes. And so guys joke around about that confetti, the little pop outs. If you pop out the truck hole space, selling the confetti for like 20 bucks a pop or something stupid. Anyways, yeah, it's a quick, easy way to tell if your board is a reissue or OG because the application was different, right? We've gone over that a few times. But again, I just wanted to show you guys these boards because I did that video on the 2008 silver one with the natty edges. Again, it would have been the same shape, similar dimensions. I forget if that one was the new school or old school hole pattern. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys specifically this one again because it has the old school hole pattern, which I think is cool for old guys like myself that are trying to get as authentic as possible. If we have some old trucks laying around, it's cool because they mount up with no issues. Again, going back to my issue with that Tony Hawk, it was frustrating when I bought those, forged aluminum base plate, hollow Indy 169s that couldn't mount. So I ended up having to replace the base plate, that forged one, with Indy 6-hole base plate. And so, again, it's a bummer because the colors didn't match, but whatever. They still look good together. And it would actually look really sweet on this deck now. Yeah, looks sweet on this deck. Because it's the silver base plate with the anodized red top hanger. Could look pretty cool. But all right, let's just run these specs again. I've done it before. on that other video, but I just want to go over them again for you guys as a refresher, and because we are looking at it right now. So the deck shape on that 2008, on this one, on the 2018 is the 157. The deck concave, which again, there's not much to here, guys. This is 87, right? And so there's not a lot of concave happening on these guys. But the deck concave on this one is the SP3. So the wheelbase, I'm going to grab my other one here just to show you guys. The wheelbase is in between the trucks. And so this one is 15.125 inches. The deck length is 29.75. The width is 9.625 inches. And then the nose, if you were to go on Skate 1 right now and look up this deck, the specs are actually wrong. Everything is right, but because it's got the old school hole pattern, it actually throws off the nose and the tail measurements. So Skate 1 should actually update that for this specific board. The nose and the tail measurements are for this one. And so we're talking 3.5 for the nose, which on the silver one is actually only around 3. And then on the deck tail, it's 6.88 on this one. And so whatever it would be minus 0.375 for the tail as well. And so just, you know, like 6.5-ish something versus the 6.88. So anyways, yeah. But there you have it, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. Both really cool. I'll definitely continue to keep this one. I've had so many people reach out about it, but this one takes me back to some fond memories of our family traveling back from BC when we moved back to Ontario. We took the roundabout trip down through Vegas and the Grand Canyon, rocked Route 66 for a while, and this was my third board that I bought getting into collecting. And so I had my Dogtown, which I'm skating right now, so it's not up here. I had the Series 9 Hawk, and then I picked this one up on our way home. And so, although I get a lot of people offering me some good cash for it, I just don't want to let it go. There's a few boards that I'm just going to hang on to, and this is definitely one of them. This one, I don't know. Like I said, I have had this one before, and I've had it with the natural edges. It's a rad deck, and I keep getting bored sometimes because I think they would just look rad from the standpoint of, you know, I've got the silver Series 12 up there, so this kind of look cool with it. We'll see what happens, who knows, but I'm definitely keeping that blue one. Anywho, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Have yourself a fabulous day, and again, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't hesitate to comment. I try to get back to everybody as much as possible, but yeah, feel free to leave me a comment, and would love to have a convo with you guys. Cheers, enjoy the rest of the week.